What's up? It's your boy Arthur J. Joprine. Check out my other channel, Joprine Speaks. I still work on that channel as well. This is my new channel, Arthur J. And I really decode songs, messages, and decode music on this page. And I decode spirituality, things pertaining to spirituality, which everything pertains to spirituality. But I pertain stuff that the naked eye was trained to see, but it doesn't understand what it's looking at on this page right here. So, I give my thoughts and opinions and views of other shit that's going on the other page, which I kind of stopped doing for the time being because opinions, well, you know what they're like. Everybody has one. If you want to know what I'm talking about, just go to the bathroom. So, today I'm going to be talking about decoding the song Human Nature by Michael Jackson and how it ties to SWV's remake right here, and how it also ties into the movie Free Willy. Right? I'm gonna give you a rundown on it, right? These movies and these songs that we listen to and watch, we can't watch under their synthetic programming, under their artificial intelligence. We can't watch being programmed by their artificial programming. We have to break from their artificial programming and become one with spirit, right? Because we'll miss things, and we'll miss things that we need to hear, see, and feel. We'll miss messages, we'll miss downloads when we just. That's why the Bible tells you we wrestle not with flesh and blood, but principalities in higher places. Where the elites are in higher places. So that's who we're wrestling with. But we're so focused on wrestling with each other. And when we wrestle with each other, we're wrestling with flesh and blood, being physical. Being physical is not a proof of how strong you are. Being physical does not prove how much of a man you are, or how much courage or how much bravery you have. It doesn't at all, because flesh and blood cannot think for itself. Flesh and blood does not have a brain or a conscience. That pertains to the spiritual realm. This is just a 3D imagery. It mirrors what's inside. And what's inside must exit this flesh and blood. So let's cut the physical bullshit out on everybody talking about bringing fades back. And really, to tell the truth, we need the people who we need to be throwing those kind of fades to. We act like they don't even exist, and they're just looking at us like y'all a bunch of dumbass motherfuckers. Y'all are dumb. Y'all are idiots. Y'all are beneath us. That's why we control you, because you can't think for yourself. Running up on each other, giving each other fades, and doing all this dumb shit. I'm like, come on, bro. We're much deeper than that. Because the people who we need to be throwing fades at, we're not throwing fades at them. And they're still in control. Years later, thousands of years, fuck, hundreds of years, thousands of years later, they're still in control. They're still going out the Roman Empire systems. It's thousands of years later. They still building coliseums, arenas. They still have the Olympics. That's just how much they're in control. And they pay homage to this shit every 4 years. Every season, they have seasons for these rituals, and we just watch this shit and we just program by it. We go by the jerseys to pay homage to the rituals. We buy tickets to support the rituals, to get our energy siphoned from us. We watch it on TV to be programmed by their illusions, when you're really paying homage to their rituals. You're participating in the ritual when you're watching and you're listening to what you, what you see. You're just as guilty as the motherfucker who bought the ticket to go to the game when you cut your TV on and you consciously sit and watch and celebrate the ritual, yelling at the TV, "Down, man! Down! Down! Down, bruh! You're having a bad night tonight." Down! I put $100 on that nigga. Down! I lost $50. Down, devil! Down, man! Down, devil! Down, Hard Rock! I lost $100. Damn, I put $200 on that motherfucker. Tell me you just gave a motherfucker $200 to watch a script that you don't narrate, neither can you change because you don't hold the power to. I'm guilty. I used to bet on games. I used to gamble. That's why I'm here. I'm here in the simulation to learn and just shed the light and downloads that I had to learn. That's all I'm doing, bro. Anyway, back to decoding the song Human Nature by Michael Jackson. Gary, Indiana. Midwest. A Star is Born, Michael Jackson. A melanated being, a God in human form. Grows up, evolves, makes all this money, goes on tour, sells out arenas, questions himself. He questions, why do they do me that way? Why must I feel like this? Why must I be in this nature that they call human nature? You know what's crazy? The God bleached his skin, and I don't agree with it. Bleached his skin and lost none of his melanated traits. And y'all still killed him. Because he was just showing you, okay, this how you play our game? I'll bleach my skin. I'm gonna go harder. I'm still black. Yeah, I'm still black. Surgeries and all, still possess the melanin. Still bought y'all catalogs. Then all of a sudden, he's gone from the face of the earth. And Prince dies a similar way. Human nature. He's questioning his human nature. How do we decode that? His human nature is, why must I be this black man in this human experience and be treated the way that I'm treated? Why must I be sold? Why must I dance and sing and entertain to be acknowledged and still persecuted and still wrongfully treated? They don't know who I am. They still don't know who I am. The song was released July 1983. Fast forward 10 years later, August 1993, what do we have? We have SWV right here. Have no fear. Sisters with voices. See the connection? Melanated beings coming in harmony. Celebrate the memory of the ancestor. We don't die, we multiply. We're the gods. No matter how much you persecute us, no matter how much you try to get rid of us, we still here. We right here. Well, what's the Free Willy connection? The Free Willy connection is this. Free Willy. How many, first of all, what beings name their children Willie the most? Male and female. That's a popular name for melanated beings. Free Willy. Free me into nature. Free me from this persecution. Free me from this programming, being controlled, this simulation. Free me from this prison within a prison. Free my spirit, free my soul to be one with nature again so that I can strive, and be the best that I can be. Let me enjoy this life without being a slave and having to entertain and do tricks and flips in the air out of the water for you. Just let me be. Coincidence? It's like I was watching Pastor Tony Smith when he was talking about Tilcom, the well they got rid of I believe at SeaWorld or some aquarium, but years ago as a well named Tilcom, they got rid of him. How you put a well in a guppy pond? He said, how do you put a well in a guppy pond? That's what we are. We're Willie. We're that orca that was taken from our indigenous place, because his indigenous place is the sea. That's where he strives. That's where he flourishes, the sea. But you put him in a guppy pond. Free Willy. You feed him fish when his nature is to hunt. You provide for him a small habitat when where he was, he mastered already. What do you mean you gave him a habitat? What do you mean you gave him a new home? Ain't no new home. I mastered the sea. I'm the god of the sea. I'm the orca. Sharks can't even fuck with me. But you inhabit me. You gel me. You gel me in this guppy pond. A fucking orca. You don't think God knew what he was doing when he put me in the sea? Within that sea is my diet. Within that sea is my nature. How I learn how to maneuver. Survive with other mammals. Survive with my own kind amongst my own kind. The obstacles and the battles I must face and conquer. I belong in my original habitat. I belong on my indigenous land. Strangely enough, if you watch the SWV video, what do you see? Children playing drums, women singing in goddesses singing in harmony, sisters with voices. The children gathered with the goddesses amongst what? Ancient stones. You didn't see the mounds in the video? Go back and watch the SWV right here video. You didn't see the mounds in the video? Ancestral memory. Though you took us from our habitat, we're still singing. We're still cheering. Though you took us from our indigenous land, we're letting you know with this ancestral memory, we're right here. That's what that song really means. You can dress it up however you want to. They answered Michael's question. Even Jesus' question. If it be your will, remove this bitter cup. But that bitter cup, that sacrifice, that suffering was a victory in the end. It's what made him victorious. Though he was marred, though he was beaten, right? Thorns placed in his head. That was his victory, his long suffering. He was only 33, but he suffered long. And suffered like no other. Through our suffering is how we're going to gain our victory. The more they persecute us, the harder we go. Still singing. Still beautiful people. These people have been stealing our organs for years. These people have been trying to steal our DNA strands for years. And they still can't make us. Dancing, lively, singing. You think I want to come back as a pale motherfucker? No. If I had to come back, I pray I come back the same way every time. There was persecution, there was obstacles we faced, there was stuff that gets in the way. This life right here, man, this human nature, if I had to survive it again, it's what I want to be. This is what I'd rather be. Michael questioned his suffering. But in the end, his suffering was his victory. What did he do? He conquered the music industry. How? The catalogs. Or should I say the Akashi records. The ancient files. The downloads, the streams. He became the master when he purchased masters. He oversaw. Though he suffered depression, though he suffered scandals, he's right here, still right here. They're still paying Michael. As a dead man, he's probably generated more money, accumulated more money than he did when he was alive. Just being honest. You can't kill us. We're still right here. Though we're in human nature, though we long to be free, we're still right here. In this human nature. You can't stop us. You try to poison us all. You try to stop us from reproducing. And the more you try, the harder you go, the more we multiply. Keep popping up. You thought Corona sealed it. You thought Corona sealed the envelope. Nah. You're not in control. So though you suppress us, oppress us, and throw obstacles at us. We right here in human nature, baby. Melanated beings still striving, still masters of the land, air, and the sea. Because he gave us authority over all, amongst all things. Peace, it's your boy, Arthur J. Stay tuned in for more videos. And it's just a thought. Think about it. Think about it. Peace.